Welcome to the October preview for the Conspirators case. Okay, your wines are going out on 14th of October. A little bit later than usual, the reason being that I am cycling around Tuscany next weekend doing l'Eroica, so I should have recovered by the time the online tasting happens, which will be on the 17th of October. So 7 o'clock, 17th of October, online tasting. Put it in your diary. If you're not a member of the wine club and you want to come to the tasting, fantastic. Do get in touch. Do join the wine club. Do get the small bottles if you want to taste them, which is going to be a really interesting tasting. So if you want to also add something to your order, please send it to us before the 14th of October. So that's the Monday. So your deliveries will be on the Tuesday or Wednesday as usual. We've switched courier to DHL. Do keep an eye on it. Tell us how it's going. We're hoping it's going to improve the service from Parcel Force. Fingers crossed. Please keep us in the loop. We're really interested to know how it is going from how you see it. Okay, so yeah, if you want to add anything to your order, please get it to us on the 13th or before. Warehouse is slightly frantic because our warehouse manager, Mr. Matt Gregory, has his own wine business and he'll be picking grapes, making wine. He's really frantic this time of year, so it's the most difficult month for us. So get your orders in by then. That's great. Anyway, to the wines. Interesting case as usual. We're starting with a very old favourite. So we start with Vicentini's Soave. It's from the Terrelunghe vineyard from the 2023 vintage. 2023 is honestly a little bit of a bastard of a vintage. It was powdery milk, a lot of heat, a lot of rain. They didn't actually lose as much at Vicentini as some people did. And what they did lose is concentrated the flavours. This is a really expressive, I think it might be the best I've tasted from them, because I haven't put this into a case for a little while, and I'm loath to repeat wines too regularly like this, but this is just tasting so good. So I hope you enjoy it an awful lot. Terrelunghe vineyard's just behind their house, and it's a long, fairly flat vineyard, and it's trained with the old pergola system, mainly planted with Garganega, which you have to if you're a Soave producer. And there's a fair bit of Trebbiano di Soave in there as well. And Trebbiano di Soave is the same, different name, but it's the same grape as Verdicchio in the Marche and Trebbiano di Lugana in the Lugana area over in Lombardy or on the other side of Lake Garda. And interestingly, actually, in the Vina Curiosity case, we're doing a pure Trebbiano di Soave. And the Trebbiano di Soave that we're doing there is it's super expressive. It's the first time I've imported it. First vintage I found a bit difficult. Second, not quite so easy, but this one's spot on. Really lovely wine. So if you enjoy Lugana and those richer styles of wine, go for the Vina Curiosity case as well this quarter, because it's a really good case. So anyway, it's a lovely Soave, absolutely classic, very fine. And then for the next two wines, I'm going to do the two together because this is a brand new producer for us. And these guys are from Colle Gioie, Hills of Joy. Tiny producer. And it's Antonella and her husband Giovanni. And Antonella is her family business, her family vineyards. This is the first time they've made wine. And then they decided to make it in a very natural idiom. So it's quite unusual that we put fairly balls out natural wines into a Conspirators case. And please, when you do open the Passerina, do bear in mind it's an unfiltered, really hands-off style of winemaking. So minimum of sulfates, hand-worked in the vineyards by Antonella and her father. They only make the quantity of bottles, I was just going to check, it's absolutely minimal. Yeah, 900 bottles. That's the total production of the Passerina. It's an astonishing wine, but it's not filtered, so you will see bits in the wine. Don't worry about it. Just let the wine settle out and pour it carefully. Treat it like a red wine. The sediment will fall through it. If it really troubles you, put it through a sieve. but it doesn't detract from the quality of the wine. If anything, it adds to the quality of the wine. These are beautiful handmade wines, absolutely stunning, but real richness, real power, very, very high quality natural winemaking. The Ciliegiolo, the red wine that we're doing from them, richer, more power, that's the one I really fell in love with at first. And again, production of the red, I'm pretty sure it's minuscule. It is. So the red, they're only making 1,100 bottles, and they were really lucky to get those. So the Peronostra, the powdery mildew really hit them hard in this part of Italy, and they were one of the few who actually did make a half decent quantity of wine. But even then, you know, this is real garage winemaking. Husband still works in the post office. You know, it's not really enough to be financially viable at this point, but magnificent wines, and I hope you super enjoy them. I'm really proud to be able to get them into a Conspirators case. It's unusual you get artisan wines like this at these prices, and they were just bought for the wine club, so you know, treasure them, they're great. Moving on to the last of them, so we've done one of the reds, we've done the Gioie di Colle Cesanese, which is high altitude Lazio, rich, beautiful tannins, lovely ripeness. 23s are really good wines. They're just incredibly hard for the producers. The white, the Passerina, as I say, keep an eye out for it. It's not what you'd expect. If you're used to drinking New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, you're going to take one look and think, what the hell's happened here? But it's magnificent. Just go with it. Enjoy it. It's splendid wine. More dinner party than aperitivo. Don't try and just drink it straight out the fridge. It's better with a little bit of time open. Let the stuff settle. Not too cold. Okay. So to move to the last of the reds, this one's from the Cantina up the road here. So I'm in Biella right now, and just over the Serra is Ivrea, and Ivrea is home to what was Olivetti, and I think Olivetti are probably still there to a small extent. Anyway, Olivetti also was one of the guiding lights to set up the Cantina at Cantina della Serra, so where the small producers have come together. And Cantina della Serra is fascinating because the winemaker there is Vittorio Gadda, who is a fantastic young guy, and he's making great wine. And it's his part-time job. His first job is making wine in Carema on his own little estate, but it's only a few thousand bottles. He doesn't make enough really to be viable. So he goes to the co-op where he makes wine for them as well. So we buy mainly from the Cantina the Erbeluce di Caluso and the Serra Bleu, the Brut Erbeluce Fizz, which is fabulous. Just have a look at our list of those. This one though is, they make more red wine. I hadn't really realised this, but this red wine is a real mix of different grapes. So you've got one here which is about 50% Barbera, and then you've got Nebbiolo in there, about 20% Nebbiolo, 25% Freisa, and then Neretto and Bonarda. So real genuine mix, and just made very straight, very clean, not a heavy wine, very fresh. For me, it just is absolutely classic Canavese wine. I mean, it's just as you come down from Mont Blanc, come down the Aosta Valley, it's just where the valley opens up before you come into the plain where you've got Torino straight in front of you. It's really great straight wine. Hope you super enjoy it. It's a little unusual in that there's nothing too flash about it. It's just right for me. Anyway, it's a beautiful case of wine. The January case is shaping up to be magnificent as well. So I think we've got a really nice little run of Conspirators wines coming up. Hope you enjoy this one. If you're not a member and you want to join, just go to bat.wine and look up our wine club. We also have the Piemonte tasting coming up on the 6th of November at Smith Square, also available on the website. Buy a ticket. It's going to be brilliant. There are some great people coming. Hope to see you at the online tasting. Okay, bye.